Afternoon from sunny Tbilisi, where Zach and I have discovered a Soviet treasure trove masquerading as a Georgian bookstore. So, let's go check it out.
He was waiting for us to
let him out. Okay, so this is the place. We're in the bookstore. And Zach found a cat.
Yeah, that's the first thing I noticed. Yes.
Yeah, the Chad himself.
I wonder
True son of Georgia. Yeah. No, what were you gonna say?
I wonder if somebody like in the moments of decolonization in Georgia, like decolonization after the collapse of the USSR, if they took it off, they had to take it off by the law.
Yeah.
And somebody like, I'll save it.
Yeah.
I'll save it.
Pulling it away,
For
like
later, yeah.
right, like hiding away their treasure.
Yeah,
like,
right.
Yeah. Damn, man. Yeah. Are these like the
Oh wow. What's that?
utarnik?
Oh, udarnik. So basically, if you were working at a factory in a really good in a really good pace, like, the performing really well, they
Yeah.
would give this to you as an honor, basically.
So it's like a badge of honor, basically.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Kind of. And
Or
I
like
think
a-
with this one, you also will get a medal.
Ah, okay. Interesting. So it's like a employee of the month award, kind of.
Kind of. What is it? Oh, look at this.
USSR.
Апрелевский завод. Foxtrot Fantasia. Music Duze. Do you know Duze?
Mm-mm.
Me too. Третья. Wow.
Man,
The Ministry of Culture of USSR.
this place is really like a treasure trove of just Soviet stuff. I mean, look at all these.
SSR. Москва. Yeah.
Damn. I think this is a map of Moscow, man.
Really?
Yeah, like in whatever year. Oh,
Let me
it's
show
the
you the
metro.
map.
No way.
Yeah, many stations are named.
Yeah, and look how much smaller it is.
And the circle
Yeah.
is not really circlish.
No.
Absolutely different.
Dang.
Wow. How many other maps? Oh, there's even like the Prospect Marksa.
Prospect Marksa.
Yeah.
Kalininski Rayon. Baumansky, that's still there.
Yeah,
Baumansky.
Baumanskaya. Yeah.
Baumanskaya. Krasnopresnensky, that's still there.
Kievsky Rayon.
Kievsky.
Interesting.
Kievsky.
Didn't age well.
Didn't age well. Oh, Leninsky Rayon.
How do we put it back?
That's the thing about the old maps, man. It's always a struggle.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Oh, it's actually
Yeah, you
not
got it
a
really easy.
struggle. I got it.
The Soviets knew how to build maps that you could put them away in like one go. Anglo-Ruski военный словарь.
Oh shit. Wow.
English to Russian military dictionary. Barrel, bang, Bangalore. Interesting that they have an entire dictionary for military verbiage.
What year is it? 1968.
1968.
Wait for it.
Go for it.
Petrograd, 1919.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow.
Imagine.
Petrograd.
Petrograd. That's how they used to
named
call
it
St.
only for
Petersburg.
like 10 years, like because it was the
Yeah.
start of World War I until
Yeah.
Lenin died, which was like 24, so like 1914, 1924-ish. Man, that's an interesting piece of history just right there. Just the fact that it's got printed in Petrograd.
Oh, and that's in the old Russian language. So it's basically the
Pre-revolutionary-ish. They're using the Ukrainian, the I too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's an old Russian.
Older Russian.
Mirgorod. Wow, that's some old shit, bro. Wow.
Not even Soviet. Pre-revolutionary.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, it's after revolution.
technically this was
it's after revolution.
after revolution, but
Yeah.
it definitely still has a very pre-revolutionary vibe.
So it's like 55. Yeah.
Yeah, not as old, but still.
Yeah. It's a really interesting novel. Kind of hard to read, to be honest. I was trying to read it.
It's crazy that we're saying not as old to something that's from 55.
Yeah, I mean,
That's-
relatively.
That says how many like old treasures that are in here are.
Yeah, everything is relative.
Oh, Война и мир.
How were they able to publish it in 1945? I mean, Leningrad was, like the blockade of Leningrad.
Yeah,
It
it was over by then, but
yeah,
but just
by
barely. Yeah,
Yeah.
War and Peace. Война и мир. СССР военный билет. So like an army, military book. Probably some sort of ID for someone. Yeah, an ID. There you go. Bookstores just have that feeling. I don't know, the smell of a bookstore. Doesn't matter where it is in the world, but you can just, you know it's a bookstore just from the smell. Tsar Nicholas II. Zach found this book, the CIA against the USSR. You got this
year
in
is
front
it?
of it?
Yeah, okay.
It looks newer, though, I would say.
Oh.
Rainbow.
International Women's Day.
Oh,
In the CIA
the
book.
CIA book.
1985.
1985.
So before the collapse of the
Right before. Европейские границы. 1887, St. Petersburg. So, pre-revolutionary. Very much so. What do we have here? Look at this book. This is, wow. This is a Bible, I believe. And by the look and feel of it, it has to be pre-revolutionary. Just look at the detail. Wow. This looks different though, the Russian, the script looks like
It's like the, I guess, a really old Cyrillical.
old Slavonic maybe. This is from 1887.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's the oldest one that I've seen so far.
Wow.
Nishny? Is that like internal?
Yeah, I can read it, but like 80% I understand, but only 20 is not for me. We don't use this as much, so I mean, in a different way. So language changed, but not too much.
Isn't that interesting how languages change? Only not even 100 years ago. Well, a little bit over 100 years ago, 140-ish years ago. Yeah, I saw that earlier.
And it looks like it's a brand new one.
2022.
Tbilisi 2022.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh fucking no, bro. Maybe we should buy it and burn it. Like,
just for good measure.
yeah, it's called Земельная банка. So it's about the nobles. Земельный банк, what does that mean? Like the,
Like land bank, like
kind of.
like to do with who owned what,
Yeah,
property tax
yeah,
kind of thing.
Yeah. There is a property.
Interesting. The Russian Empire was actually quite a rich country before the revolution, but unfortunately the regular people didn't get to feel too much of that. It was mostly the nobles, the aristocrats that held all the wealth in the upper class. So not too dissimilar from contemporary Russia, to be honest.
Oh, it's double in French.
Honestly, this Bible, I kind of feel like it belongs in a museum.
It belongs in a museum. So do you.
Not in
I mean, all those books have
actually, yeah, to be fair, all these books, but especially this one especially looks like it's let me just look at it.
Yeah.
we will stand at the Caucasus. So this is a, I don't know if it was made in World War II, but it's depicting the Soviet soldiers defending the Caucasus during the German invasion of the Soviet Union. Stalin, about the Great Patriotic War of the Soviet Union. What year? 49. So, in his lifetime.
Also the telegram of Stalin to Churchill and Roosevelt.
Talking about the American army in North Africa. Yeah.
In North Africa.
Грамматики русского языка. 1852. So a book about Russian grammatics. 1856. So this is the oldest book we found.
Yeah.
Except for potentially the Bible.
Yeah,
which I might ask him if he knows. See if he knows. Books look like really old, all of these.
84.
1884.
About something like...
And just imagine like the history that these books, if they could tell a story, like what they would tell us. So while we were here, I found this. A USSR Passport. Only one left. And I'm going to buy it. And I will be doing a giveaway to whoever leaves a comment on this video. So leave a comment, say whatever you want, and somewhere in the comment put the word passport. I will collect the names of everyone who says that, and somehow I will do some sort of raffle and do a giveaway for this passport. So if you're interested in that, leave a comment on this video and like it. And subscribe if you're not. Вы знаете, как старая эта Библия?
Да.
Как старая?
1801 до 3 где-то в этих...
Старый.
Да.
Очень старый. Ну, классно.
1830
1830s.
лет назад напечатали.
1830s.
Wow.
So,
So this is the oldest one.
yeah, the oldest one that we've seen so far in this entire store. Honestly, I was thinking older though, just how nice and like ornate it is, but still, 1830s. I mean, that's a long time ago.
About богатырь. Yeah,
Three богатыри.
Yeah, it's a
Okay.
разбойник. This, I don't know.
Zach, do you want to explain who Three bogатыри is to anyone
It's
who
like a
doesn't know?
fairy tale heroes of Russia, like the strongest men of Russia. So there were like Ilya, Muromets, Alёsh Popovich, and Danila something. So they are like the protectors of Russia.
Yeah,
Well,
like
they are long in the past. So
long in the past. Yeah,
doesn't help nowadays.
Doesn't help nowadays.
Yeah.
Or maybe they only help when it's an actual threat to Russia.
Yeah, if it happens on the territory of Russia. Because actually, by one of the fairy tales, it says the Bogatyr, like a knight, he has a power only if he stands on his ground. Yeah, so
My official, like, worker of the month for socialism. Мы придем к победе коммунистической. We are going to victory for communism. No, we're not. No, we're not.
didn't happen.
There's a reason this belongs in a museum. Because it didn't happen. Okay, so we've left the bookstore. If you're interested in going there, Liberty Square, right here, with the statue of St. George, and the bookstore is right there where it says Knigi. So you can very easily find it if you find Liberty Square, which is pretty easy to find in Georgia, or in Tbilisi. So there you go. Okay, so we've made our way up now. We're right back down there. You can see the golden statue of St. George, and this is just a overview of Tbilisi. So, yeah, me and Zach are just up here enjoying our coffee and chilling right here next to this church. And yeah, I think next we're gonna go get some food. So, and it'll be an interesting place. So stay tuned. What is it?
Yeah,
Oh,
I believe he runs around. Maybe if you come from that side.
so Zach was playing soccer with a little
Georgian
Georgian
boy,
boy, and Zach kicked
It's
a little
it's
too
not-
hard.
No, it's him.
Oh, he did it.
Yeah,
Oh,
he did
okay.
it.
Well,
I mean, if it would be me, that's me would be running there, not the guy.
all right, well, it's not as bad then. I thought you did it. I was gonna be like,
Yeah, like,
Zach,
look at Zach, look at Zach. Yeah, sure, always me, always Russians. Yeah, right.
Zach just sent it. Sometimes I'm surprised with how windy it gets that these clothes don't come down. Ooh, Star Wars fan. Nice.
Look at this door.
Yeah.
It's like an Narnia door.
Yeah. Literally. Come on, Joe.
Where do you come from?
I'm American.
And you?
Russian.
Russian. And you are interested in our ruins?
Yeah. I mean, we're just
I'm very glad.
Yeah.
Where do you come from States?
Seattle area.
Seattle.
Yeah, Seattle, Washington.
Okay.
Yeah. West Coast.
Комсомольская море.
А,
Хабаровск.
Хабаровск. Ой, как далеко.
Далеко, очень
Да.
далеко.
Очень далеко.
Are you taking pictures there?
Okay, I have been working in this area long ago. And now I'm working somewhere down. And I have been photographing this morning. And I decided to make a tour for myself. And many changes.
Oh.
No comparison what was 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago.
Yeah.
It's catastrophic.
Do you mean like
I
the...
remember all those houses here. Yes. Unfortunately.
Do you take pictures of architecture?
Yes,
or
only.
only
I'm
architecture?
interested strictly in that.
Wow. Are you architect yourself?
I am architect by training, but then I went to theory and history of architecture, and since then I'm working in history of architecture.
Oh wow. I got my friend...
We went to an old bookstore and found many treasures, just old Georgian books and Soviet books and even pre-revolutionary Russian
I
books.
see. Where do you have... You are gathering books? I couldn't catch what
We were making a video about just Tbilisi and some of the historical treasures that are here, and so
I
he
see.
bought some books. I bought just this because it's just historical.
Yes,
like,
it is rarity already.
Yeah,
Right.
so these are
It's
not being
rarity.
made anymore. So
For sure.
So
For sure.
so yes, we're just
This
making.
area was full with houses.
Yeah,
Such a pity. Big pity. But
This-
what shall we do?
the old Georgian architecture is so beautiful. The old
Really?
churches, and yeah, it's so nice to walk up and it's just coming from the U.S. It just feels like a totally different world
Yes.
compared to. So, but
The place
very
is
beautiful.
attracting anyway. Though houses are disappearing, still it attracts very much.
Yeah.
No doubt.
But Tbilisi is a beautiful city in general. It's a
Yes, I
very beautiful
think
city
so.
overall. So we were just speaking, looking at the mountains and just how beautiful it is. So
Yes. It is really landscape and architecture and people, everything together makes the story.
yeah, it's awesome.
Okay, I wish you a very good day.
You too.
And very good trip to Tbilisi and Georgia.
It was a pleasure to meet you.
Yes, for me
Bye-bye.
too. До свидания.
До свидания. Man, good choice coming down there because we're just like you run into interesting people. Yeah, sometimes you just meet such interesting people when you take just the off chance. You're like, let's go down this way. You know, you just took it just because it looked kind of interesting, and then you run into interesting people that are friendly and speak English quite well. Actually.
Yeah, her English was really well.
Her English was very good.
Georgian,
Yeah.
elder person. Wow.
Okay, continuing the Soviet theme of our video, Tema Sovietskaya. We are at Pelmenная number 1, the greatest pelmenная in all of Tbilisi. So, we're gonna have some good Slavic food. Just for us. This place actually gets busy enough that you have to call sometimes. So. Okay, here we go. So, we have 2 big fat bowls of pure happiness. Just, yeah. Smetana, borscht, и пельмени. So when you eat borscht, you should add a little bit of smetana, sour cream, to the top. Stir it in, and then enjoy.
from your experience, do you think the average American are familiar with borscht?
No, I don't think so.
They've heard it?
I think they've heard of it, but I guarantee you, well, not guarantee you, but I would be very surprised if the majority of them have tried it. But I think if you said it, they would know like it's some sort of soup, some sort of like Russian soup, but they wouldn't know much more than that. Yeah, so spoiler, we have been here before, and we know what it's like here, what the food's like here, but it's really good, really quality, and not very expensive at all. So, like I said, usually you have to call it in advance to actually get a table because it's so busy in here. So, yeah. Okay, finished with the borscht. We're onto the Tbilisi. So the way Russians usually eat this, Slavic people usually eat this, is with sour cream, a little bit on there, like that. And just delicious. Some of the best pelmeni I've had. So.
Have you tried pelmeni with the caucasus?
No.
So it's basically sauce. It's like ketchup and mayo together, mixed. I know it sounds disgusting.
Yeah, it sounds terrible.
Yeah, but it's actually not bad. It's like how I think most of people of my age eat pelmeni.
Really?
With like ketchup.
I think I'd sooner eat it with gorchitsa.
No, gorchitsa.
So, закончилось. Everything's finished. Well, not everything. I still got a piece of bread, but yeah. So that was 30 pelmeni and 2 big bowls of borscht. I think it's gonna be probably like $10 somewhere in there. I don't know exactly yet, but I've been here enough time to have an idea. I think it's gonna be about $10, which is hard to be mad about. So, yeah. Zach, how do you feel?
I feel great. I feel that I need to take pelmeni too. But yeah, it's too late.
Okay, so we're all finished. Right there's the metro station Isani, and then right there's Pelmeni number 1. So, yeah, delicious meal, great day, checking out the Soviet bookstore and seeing all the historical treasures there. I think we're gonna head home, head back to the metro over there, and call it a day. So, thanks for watching. Comment, like, subscribe. Remember, comment passport if you're interested. And yeah, see you next time.
Have fun, guys.
Goodbye.